and he gonna put the mic out, and he gonna be like, "Let's go," and everybody's gonna be like, "This is for my dream," and I'm gonna be like, "I'm not."
Then he's gonna start crying.
Yo, he gonna start crying.
This is for my dream.
Looking out to the audience. Y'all are my dream. LA.
Mom, this is for you.
I can't.
This is for my dream.
Sup, we're back.
Did you miss us?
We went right into it.
Did you miss me?
We were gone for a week. Literally.
It feels like a month.
It feels like 3 months that we've been gone.
It really feels like a long time, yeah.
I feel like we've been in like a BTS vortex because of all that.
We got sucked into the
tour.
love yourself wormhole.
I'm still in this wormhole.
Same. When will I get out?
Still
Never.
struggling.
Just flaming around.
Yo, that was a wild show though. We had a good time. We'll talk about that probably later on. Our experiences with Love Yourself.
Yeah.
We loved ourselves indeed.
I sure didn't love my bank account though.
That too, right? Not financially, but emotionally, we got it.
Yeah.
I'm not emotionally stable either. What you mean? I'm just a mess. I'm living.
Also, hi. We're not your average fangirls.
Hello,
Yes.
everybody. I'm Kat, and I had some garlic mashed potatoes today, and they were delicious.
Amazing. Hello, everybody. My name is Carolina, and today's going to be my favorite episode because we're going to talk about GOT7. Hey!
Wow.
Hard carry head.
Hello, everybody. It's Terica, and I'm still emotionally drained from BTS, and I don't know when this is going to end. It's not looking good for me right now, y'all.
And hello, I'm Cynthia. I still don't have a stray kids bias, and I'm still really severely depressed over BTS. Thank you.
Thank you.
Today's episode, like I mentioned, we're going to be talking about GOT7 most of the time. But before we do that, we need to address some situation that happened while we were in our whole BTS vortex.
Some elephants in the room.
That dropped right when we were sitting down ready for the show to start.
When we were in the arena in Oakland for BTS, I look at a direct message we have with our friend Pana, and I look, and all I see is a message that says Kpop kicked out Edan and Hyuna, and I was like, what?
And then all of a sudden, call me artist! Like, boom, like right then. Like, the song just started.
Yeah! Me and Terica were sitting next to each other, and we looked down, we read the news, and we look at each other, we're like, what the fuck? And then Namjoon just said, we're call me artist.
Me and Kat were sitting together and we saw it and we couldn't. I know that it was like 5 minutes before the show started and we didn't even know what to do with ourselves. Like we could not.
I was like,
I couldn't react to anything.
Were going in. Waving our army bombs like, oh, yes!
Right?
Yeah. It was like dun, dun, dun. I was like, yeah, they call me artist. I can't believe they did this shit. They call me idol. Fuck you.
I remember after Idol, I looked at Kat and I'm like, I can't believe Cube just said that. I cannot believe they're trying to kick out Hyuna and Edan. I was shocked.
First of all, Hyuna founded Cube, okay?
Right. She's literally been there longer than the current CEO.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it makes no sense. And then not only that, did they drop that when we were not emotionally ready for it. Nobody was emotionally ready for it.
I was not ready for it.
No.
I was just like, because I like didn't believe Pana. I was like, what are you even talking about? So I went on Twitter, but the internet, obviously, I had no fucking bars in the arena. So like nothing was loading. So I was like refreshing Twitter. I was like, don't. And it finally popped up from Soompi and I was like, what? I was like, wait, what?
I could not believe that they just said that statement. I was just like, how the heck? And then the thing is that it was like maybe 2 days after Edan going on Fan Cafe and writing that thing and saying like, oh, I don't know when I'll see you. And then they posted that like, oh, they're getting kicked out. And I'm just like what? What is Cube doing?
The crazier thing was we were with our friend Eli and his alt group is Pentagon and his alt is Edan. And I was just like, oh my God, because we were sitting like a few sections from him. So like I turned and all I see is him like sobbing and I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Not only did they say that they said that Hyuna and E'Dawn were kicked out. But then, like, hours later, they were just like, JK. No, they're not.
What's the truth?
And, like, Hyuna and E'Dawn had no idea about any of this. Like, they found out.
That's
They found out when the fans found out. And I'm just like, what type of business are y'all going? Like, this, if they would have, we've said this multiple times, but if they would have just stood behind their artists and being like, yeah, they're dating, okay, whatever, let's move on.
Yep.
That's it. That's all they had to do, but no.
Dating ban.
That's what I'm saying. So they can't get kicked out for that. And then, like, oh my God. It's just so sad.
Well, they were saying that the reason why they were gonna get kicked out
that they don't trust them or some shit.
Yeah, not because of the dating bans, because they didn't tell them about it. So it's not. It's like, oh, it's not the fact that you guys were dating. It's the fact that you guys decided to date, but then you didn't tell us. So like now, how can we ever trust you with anything ever again? Which didn't make sense.
Not your business.
Then, like, yeah, but then like a lot of like K-nets or whatever, just like, you guys just don't understand like the time and effort we put into building these idols, and like we're hurt that they lie. And I was just like, well, first of all, when it first came out and they were like, no, we're gonna be honest, we're dating, you were mad that they were dating. Now you're saying that you're mad that they didn't tell you about the relationship that you were pissed off about. Like, no, I wouldn't tell you either. Like, you attacked them for like being in the relationship for the first place. So like, why would they want to disclose that? Like,
and then if this was an honesty thing, why aren't they punishing Hui and Yunjin from
G-Idol?
G-Idol, because they dated. I bet you they didn't tell Cube that they were dating.
That too.
No. Yeah.
You know, so it's like, you can't pick and choose.
They were just
like,
trying to come up with an excuse.
This is what Cube did. This is how I'm thinking this meeting went down. And they said, damn, Hyuna really out here thinking she owned the company, and then somebody in the back going, she does. And then they're like, but we gotta prove that she don't. So let's do some dumb shit, like kick her out of the company. I like it. I fuck with that.
We can just pretend. It's not for real. It's for play. But we're going to make them think that it's for real.
That's what I'm thinking too. Like, it literally looks like it's a power play. Like, they were, like, because the rumors came out. First of all, she came out and said that she was dating E'Dawn because she was being attacked, saying that she's, like, sexually harassing E'Dawn.
When that's her man.
Whose fault is this to begin with?
Exactly.
Like, y'all couldn't deal with the fact that they had a close relationship, and y'all had to be like, she's sexually harassing E'Dawn.
And he's uncomfortable.
But see, so that's my thing. So all of that started because of that. And then when she came out and said, like, you know, the rumors then came out of that, and that they were dating, and Cube was just like, no, they're not. And that's when Hyuna was just like, no, yes, we are. Yeah. And that's when Cube was just like, oh, okay, yes, they are. I feel like that's when it was just like the power play. Cube was like, well, why did you go ahead and say that you were dating when we already said that you are not? So I think
it made them look stupid.
Exactly, and then that's what made them mad.
What's even better was like, oh no, they're not dating. And then they were like, oh yes they are. And they're like, okay, we have confirmed the rumors of them being dating for a few months. And then she was like, nah, you see, we've been dating for 2 years.
So see, again, it's I think it's like mostly a power play, like you said.
Yeah.
Like,
it's petty and unprofessional.
Yeah, like what exactly? Super unprofessional. And then the funny thing is too that when they announced the news of them kicking out Hyuna and E'Dawn, their stocks went down, which, I mean, their stocks are not even that great.
Down, but plummeted.
Exactly.
Plummeted. They were losing literally like 1.1 million won per hour. Per hour.
Holy crap. Damn.
And this is the logic behind why Cube did this is absolutely ridiculous to me. Okay, so the current CEO at Cube has been, I think Hyuna's been at Cube for 11 years. And the current CEO has been there for like 9.5 years. So she was there 2 years before the current CEO. Now, the old CEO of Cube, like the founder of Cube, didn't know anything about what was going on with Hyuna and E'Dawn as far as like kicking them out. So I read this whole fucking like article and thing about it, and like all these K-nets and everything talking about it. So he didn't know anything. So he is the one that made the decision to be like, no, like reel it back in real quick.
Yeah, because like what I had heard too is that it wasn't supposed to come out the way it did. Like, they were
Yeah.
supposed to have the meeting and then, like, decide, and then, like, we had a meeting discussing if we wanted to kick them out.
Yes.
But there was, like, a leak. It was, like, a mole or somebody, and I'm just thinking, like, what little intern was in there? And they heard that, and he was just like, oh, no. And just went straight to the internet.
Gotta drop probably a whole ass Hyuna stand. He's
Yeah, like, oh, y'all
he's
thought.
kicking Hyuna now. He said, oh, you doing what? Not in my bubble pop.
All over the internet. Yeah, like,
Not in my bubble.
He ran out and he said, they kicking out Inanna Hyuna, y'all. And
yeah,
Q went, shit.
Someone was like, it was a leak. It wasn't even supposed to come out until after they had the meeting, and then they were going to, like, boom, we had a meeting discussing if we wanted to kick them out or not. Here's the results. But nah, like, that person, like, leaked it. And they were just like, this is what they're planning on doing. Y'all should do something about this.
Good. I mean, it's stupid. It was a stupid decision. Like I said, if literally, like, if they would have just been like, they dating. Here's Pentagon's new comeback. Here's Hyuna's new comeback. Like, people would have just forgotten about it. It would have blown over. They would have been like, all right, whatever.
It really would have.
Because even with half of, like, again, Pentagon is really, really popular, like, internationally, right? Literally, the moment that the news came out, everybody that was international, like, international fans, they were just like, yo, they dating? All right, when's the next comeback?
Right?
Like, literally,
So
we did not care.
Coming back?
Yeah, like, okay, so they're gonna do some sexy thing in Triple H now? What's up? Like, even sexier? All right.
Truly.
Like, we did not care about that. So that's literally more than half of
We were more lit. If
fans.
anything, I'm like, yes.
I know, same. I was like, yes, get your shit. Like, the last stage when they were all, like, cute and shit, I was like, yes.
Aww.
I was like, get your life.
Like, that's what I'm saying. So that's literally, like, most of their fans. And then, you know, if y'all were just ignored the little babies over here, like the K-nuts and stuff, then that's it. None of this would have happened. Your company would still be good because, I mean, right now, your company ain't good.
Do they not
Yeah, 'cause,
understand
I
the
mean-
basic rules about children when they are throwing like their
Tantrum?
yes, don't give in. You don't give in to it. That's what you gotta do.
Well, my thing is, we still don't have an answer. It's still an open-ended, like, we don't know what's happening. And the worst thing about it is that it's not Hyuna. I know if Hyuna leaves Cube, she's gonna be successful. No matter what, she's established herself that she can literally do anything or go anywhere, and she's still gonna be Hyuna, and that's it. As far as Edon is concerned, though, like, this is a big thing, especially for universes and especially for Pentagon, because right now they're in the middle of promotions. I don't think they've even been able to take in what's happening.
No, not at all.
Because I know I sent you guys the video, but, like, in fan signs and things like that, where Pentagon or Kino told a story about Pentagon, and he started crying in the middle of it. Because, like, all in all, like, especially Kino, you know, he's one of the youngest. He is the youngest. No, he's one of the youngest.
One of the
Woosuck
youngest. Woosuck is the youngest, yeah.
Like, he's a baby. Like, he's still a kid. And, like, this is somebody that is, like, when it comes to Edon, he was the first member of Pentagon. Like, he literally saw every member of Pentagon come into Cube and join his group. Like, he was so passionate. And even if you've watched Pentagon Maker, you know how much that man loves them. So for them, this is, like, a piece of their family, like, getting taken from them. Especially for, like, the younger members. Because, like, it's like an older brother to them. It's like a figure that they've grown up with.
Exactly.
So for them, it's incredibly heartbreaking. And I don't think they've been able to fully process what's been going on. Because they're in the middle of promotions. Like, when the news came out, they were literally filming in the countdown.
Like, yeah, like, it happened and they were going to film in, like, a couple hours or something. And I was just like, this is so sad to see, because you could tell that they were upset, that they wanted, like, Woosuck did not smile the whole entire time they were performing. So you know that it's taking a toll on them. And, like, it's just so sad to see, like, literally Cube sabotaging themselves, because Pentagon was on the rise, and then they literally sabotaged the group themselves.
They really did. And I think people are going to lose interest. The thing that's most sad is that Pentagon is going to be the people that are hurt most by what's going to by what's happening, because people are going to have a perspective now of Pentagon. They're going to be like, oh, well, they had so much scandal already.
So drama.
At the start. Yeah, so much drama at the start of their career. Like, how do we know it's not going to be like that for the rest of their career? So everything they've worked for to this point, they're now back to a certain point where they have to climb up again. I'm not saying they can't get past the drama and the scandal, because they will. I know they will. But it's like it's a missing piece for them. And I particularly think about Hui as well, because not only is he losing his best friend in his group, but he's losing his other best friend, because him and Hyuna are really close.
Yeah. And not only that, but then you got to think about it too. Like, Triple H is gone if that happens. Like, and they were putting out bops.
Well, I don't think Triple H is ever going to happen again, sadly. I really don't think Cube would ever let Triple H happen again.
And I was so excited for the other eras. I'm like, ooh, yes, what's next? 90s? Yes.
Like,
early 2000s?
Honestly, though, depending on how these, like, meetings go and what happens now, because of, I feel like they saw how much power Hyuna has, and obviously the whole situation with Pentagon, just financially wise. So I think that depending on what, like, there's a part of me that is just like, nah, man, like, don't go back to that. But at the same time, just like, nah, I feel like Edon needs to be in Pentagon.
That's what I feel like. I feel like if anything, Hyuna will leave. I feel like she's the type of person where if they're giving the ultimatum, like, oh, well, either you both leave or one of you leave, Hyuna will go, well, I'm going to go then.
Peace out.
Edon, on the other hand, needs to be with Pentagon. Like, it's a group. Like, he's in a group. And what makes me the most mad about what they're doing to Hyuna is they destroyed her relationship with her members in 4 minutes. Literally destroyed any kind of relationship she had with those members, because they made it seem like she was the reason that 4 Minute disbanded, and she was the bad guy. So she chose her career over friendship, and Cube made her do that. And that, after all the loyalty that she has shown them, for them to be like, well, you shouldn't have kept a secret from us, is
like that. It's ridiculous.
The most fucked up thing ever.
Yep, it's super ridiculous. But I mean, just final thoughts. Honestly, Cube, you dumb messed up, and at least on our perspective, from our perspective, I'm just like, I just need answers.
Please let us be the representatives inside this meeting. We got this.
Oh, seriously, I will ruin Cube's life.
Honestly, they're looking at it. I feel like that's what Hyuna's doing right now. She's like, oh, you gonna mess with me like this? Let me mess with you back. So we'll see. But honestly, I'm hoping that Edon just goes back to Pentagon and that things like smooth over and they can continue putting out babs, because I'm mad that they had all this popularity and then Cube went and did this. Like,
and because the new album is fucking good. It's a good, but it's not getting attention because there's so much bullshit going on.
Exactly, and it's not cool at all. So, but let's move on now to a little more fun and happier times, because GOT7 came back. The rest of the podcast here, we're gonna be talking about GOT7. So if you are an AHGASE and
what Carolina does best.
This is my element right now. But not only that, we do have a special guest today, which is Miss Kiana. Kiana, say hello.
What's up, y'all? What happening?
She's also a super AHGASE, and she understands my pain. So
I truly do.
Yeah.
We out here feeling like Babylons, bro.
She gonna talk about that wang sauce today.
Oh, let's not talk about that little wang flavor. Let's not.
But okay, so for those that have been living under a rock, GOT7 came back on the 17th finally, with their newest album, Present You, which is really cute, so great, and their title song called Lullaby. And why this is special is because my worldwide kings out here made the title song in 4 different languages, because they are multilingual as F. Okay?
Wow, kings of the world.
Kings of worldwide.
Jackson's coming for that title, y'all. I've been telling y'all. Pitbull is quaking. Quaking.
But, I mean, Lullaby, I love the song. I love the performance of it. Seeing it on like the music shows and even the music video itself, like, it was so quirky and funny, just the little stories. J Bum looked like Winnie the Pooh looking through like
Can we not come from my man like this? Okay.
Oh my god.
He was just trying to embrace and like expand his mind, and you call him Winnie the Pooh. Where, bitch? Just because he was wearing a mustard shirt? Is that the mustard jacket? That's why you said it?
No, it's because there's a scene in Winnie the Pooh that he gets stuck in the little thing in like a tree or something. I don't even know.
Yeah, somebody posted it on Twitter.
When he stuck his head in the little thing. It was great.
What? I'm tired of this slander of my man.
You slander your own man all the time.
I know, but he's my man, so I'm allowed to.
I want to just say, though, that the Spanish version is the
I have a lot to say about that.
Superior version of this.
Oh, Cynthia said, I have a lot to say.
I haven't like been in a Spanish class since high school, but listening to JB say "Es Mágico," it did things to me. It did things to me. It really
it was
touched
life-changing.
me. It touched me inside.
It's like the mamacita all over
Oh my
again.
God, yeah. Listen, this was all. Oh, that was foreshadowing. When we heard Jin Young say "mamacita" at the airport,
was.
we should have known this was coming.
I choked on a whole ass French fry. That shit hit the back of my throat with no shame.
The Spanish version is a very good version. I really liked it. Also, Young Jae, who taught you Spanish, and can I teach you more?
Can I teach you?
Oh,
Damn, she threw Bam Bam.
Even though he's not,
wait,
he's not
that's
my
a
man,
whole-
but like, you know.
wow. This coming from a whole ass Bam Bam bias.
Wow.
Okay,
It's
but
because Bam Bam sounds like a whole ass gringo.
Because he needs help.
He
And
does,
then she's
but-
slacking. How you gonna have a whole ass Mexican wife and you don't know how to speak Spanish? That's Cynthia's fault. Me and Bam Bam are upset about this.
Right? I'm like, what you doing? Why are you making us look bad?
You know, it's funny because Jackson sounded white as hell too. And this is coming from a man that we know publicly dated a Hispanic girl. So I'm like, what's she teach
The
you?
first part, when he started the song, I deadass could not understand what he was saying. And I said, this is what I
Same.
sound like when I try to like sing along to a Korean song. This is what I sound like.
Yeah,
The
now we
funny
understand.
thing is, I sent my dad the song because I was like, oh, my dad would love that GOT7 because my dad loves B2B. And I was like, my dad would love that GOT7 did a Spanish song. So I sent it to my dad and I'm on the phone with him while he's listening to it. And he's like, Kat, this is in Spanish? I was like, yes, it is. And he's listening and he was like, I could not understand that man in the beginning.
Dang, called out.
Exactly.
Carolina, are you hyped that your man's was the best one out of the bunch speaking Spanish?
Heck yes. Do you know how, like, okay, listen. I love
Here we
Yu-Gi-Oh!
go.
And Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh, do you?
Get ready.
Do you?
Ain't got nothing to do with it, but go ahead, okay.
Listen, Yu-Gi-Oh! Came out here, and I love that he says that little part, lo quiero, like, yo quiero, I want it. I'm just like,
quiero Taco
you
Bell.
better just stop. And
Shut your whore mouth.
like, oh my God, he did so well. Like his pronunciation was just so well, and I was so surprised too because I'm just like, this boy gonna mess it all up. I was ready for it, but then he showed up, and I was like,
She had no faith in her man.
like, nah, because I know him better than that. And he proved me wrong. He
Her
was just
mama
like,
taught
you
her
know
better
what?
than that.
Carolina watching, I gotta do this right. And I was like, you right. Oh, but he sounded so sexy. Like, honestly, the whole song, like, they sound so sexy. And I'm just like,
Bro, it was Young
Ooh.
J for me. Young J,
Yes.
I was like, okay, bitch.
No, even JB though, like JB
J-Bomb, though. Yeah,
came
J-Bomb.
through. I'm like, I didn't know you cared about any other language besides Korean.
They put his whole foot in that.
I also want to just point out, though, that in the music band performance of Lullaby, Jin Young was wearing this, like,
His whole top.
mesh shirt.
Yes.
And I just want to thank God, Jesus, Buddha, and the stylist for doing this because we got Jin Young titties, okay? Like that, I never thought.
That's the most skin we've seen in Jin Young in the past, like, 5 years.
Seriously, I was surprised.
I
love
plan
it.
on seeing more.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
Damn.
Okay.
You got too much today.
Okay, first of all, Bam Bam is a straight up hoe, so he would be proud of me. Thank you.
You know wrong.
We're
not
kicking you
wrong.
out
You're
of the
right
cult.
about
Like, you are no longer a part of
Right.
this sisterhood anymore.
Erica's upset now.
Just because, okay, listen, being sister wives means that we are loyal to Bam Bam, but
She
know,
said,
But,
wow.
wow.
but we're sister wives, so it's not like, he's loyal.
Terica ain't want to talk. She be swerving in Jin Young.
I had to
lane
drop
all the
Jin Young to
time.
personal reasons. Thank you.
She has a doctor's note.
Okay. Well, what did you guys think about Lullaby? Because I think that this is like a true to GOT7. I feel like they found kind of like more of their sound and...
Yeah, I think the similarities production-wise between Look and this one are really similar and has like that kind of almost euphoric, like EDM-y kind of dance vibe, which I enjoy a lot. It's not my favorite GOT7 title track, but it is very good. It's very catchy. As far as like the album, I don't prefer it. Like GOT7 has this thing with me, like I always prefer another song to be a title track. Like I would have loved if I Am Me was a title track. I
totally agree with that.
But Lullaby is a great song, and it is kind of true to the area and aesthetic that they're going for, which I appreciate, because for so long I felt like they were thrown these like the ear attack songs where they had to put out these
oh dear God.
They had to put out these songs that weren't essentially like them as title tracks. So I'm really proud of them in that aspect. And I know that they're only going to grow and develop, especially with JB at the head, not being biased or anything, but he's an incredible like producer and shit. So I feel like they're only going upwards. And I'm proud as hell at him that he's standing up to JYPE and he's like, nah, my songs, they're good. So you just going to have to release them and deal with this. So I'm happy for him. But I would have preferred if I Am Me was a title track instead of Lullaby, but I don't dislike Lullaby.
I think what helps me with Lullaby is the music video. Because like as I've said before on like our past shows, like I'm a very visual person. And so I feel like when I hear the song, I just think about how whimsical the video is. And like I'm all about the whole like Alice in Wonderland like vibes, you know, that you get like with the flowers and stuff growing as they're like walking. So I think that really helped. But I do agree with that about I Am Me. And I feel like it makes more of a statement if that would have been the title track, just with the lyrics and what it's about.
For me, I really like Lullaby. Like, I like it more than I had expected to, which I always go in like kind of like, especially after like getting Hard Carry. I mean, I love Hard Carry, but that was a shock. But,
oh my God, Hard Carry.
But I feel like this album is kind of more, it's with the visual part at least, is more cohesive because all of their individual solo tracks, they kind of like led into their individual sections in the main music video for Lullaby, which I thought was super cool because I was like, wow, you know, we had the whole, the Turbulence trilogy kind of made sense, kind of didn't, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like we know what's going on, but in the end we really don't.
Exactly. And for this one, I feel like it's much better.
Yeah, no, I think that this album, at least for me, this album, I can listen to it from like song 1 to the end and not skip a song, which hasn't happened with our GOT7 album in like maybe like the past 2 albums. I don't know, but it happens. Like obviously they're my favorite group, but I'm not just gonna be like, oh my God, I like everything they put down, because it's not true. So
like fucking Go Higher.
Like, oh my God, Go Higher.
You don't like Go Higher? Oh wow.
We hated it, but we pretended like we loved it on the show.
I love Go Higher. Oh, good goodness.
You know, it's not a song that I go to and I'm just like, I'm gonna go listen to Go Higher. But when they perform it, I'm just like, I get lit to it. So,
but it's okay because, like, I know a lot of people hate Shopping Mall, but that's my shit. It's like Shopping Mall.
Well, why don't we go down the list then, the track list for the album. So the second is called Enough, and I mean, I absolutely, yes, a whole bop. There's a JJP harmony in there, and it's like in the middle before like some chorus or something. And that gave me chills. Like, it was beautiful. I'm here for it.
Jin Young, I don't feel things for him unless he's paired with JB, and then it's just a disaster for me.
So then you know what I'm talking about, because that harmonies together. I'm just like, JJP, come through.
That's why when JJP, like, when they came back, I was just like, wow, this is the greatest album I've ever heard in my entire life.
But can we talk about, though, and Enough, Jackson says my boo?
Oh,
one of the beginning. And I was just like, wow, this is true Jackson Wang, like right there. Put it in a song, my boo. And I'm like, okay.
I heard that. I said, okay, Alicia Keys, literally. That's what I said.
Okay. It's just so good though, but I really like it. It's like a really dancey, upbeat track, and it's like, you know, if everything disappears, like, I'm here for you. Like, I mean, as long as you're here, like, I'm okay. And I'm just like, y'all just some romantic, lovable guys, aren't y'all? Like, even though you're probably
just like,
lonely.
Who y'all dating? Like,
I know.
Give me the cheese, mate. Young Jay, just release your wife and your 6 kids' names. Like, just let me know.
Okay, but you know he ain't got no wife. He got a baby mama. Cause you know he said he wanted kids, but he didn't want to be married. That's you can't miss that point.
She said, "Bet I would have took that deal too." You right? What's married?
I bet you his first child is named after Coco. Coco one.
Oh, Coco Choi.
Choi Coco.
Next one is Save You, and I really like in this one that they switched up like the parts, which I've noticed recently with a lot of GOT7 is that GOT7 songs that they don't try to do like, oh, this member's always gonna sing the same lines, and they try to switch it up, and they did that a lot in this song, which I really appreciate. And this reminds me too of Bruno Mars' Finesse.
Yes.
The little like it. Yeah, it had like the 90s vibe, and it had that whatever the thing is called.
I feel it. Musical genius.
All I'm saying is in that chorus when JB does that dun, 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 that note, I was like, yeah, that hit me.
I really like that kind of sound. Like the last time I think GOT7 really like made me have that kind of vibe was, what song was it? Was it not? No, it wasn't Nice. Was it Mine? Yes, no. I can't even remember. I think it was on Just Right's album. But you know what I'm talking about? Is the that one.
Like the 90s fun vibe. I feel you. Yeah, no, it's been a while. Again, they've been like a dark hole of I'ma hit you with all the beats at once.
Bruh, honestly.
Yeah,
like
ear attack was really attacking. That was
They've been punching me in the face for like 4 years.
But it's been good. Like, I'm obviously like not gonna bash it, but some songs I'm just like, why y'all do this to yourself?
That's why when You Are came out, I was like, who are you, sir? It's like, what is this?
That song.
And also, I noticed that in Save You, there's a line, and I forgot who said it, but it was just like something about wearing green, and I'm just like, y'all trying to be slick out here? Are y'all trying to talk about us?
But they always do that. They always incorporate us in like little aspects, whether it's the songs or the music videos, and it's super cute. I love it.
I love that. I love being Bird Gang. I love that.
Moving on to my favorite song on the album, which is No One Else, which was produced by Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah,
But
this is my favorite song when I heard it.
I'm not, it's not like when I first heard the album though, like I was listening to the songs, and that's the song that after it played, I wanted to repeat it. Like, I wanted to play it again, but I didn't realize that it was Yu-Gi-Oh's until like after.
Sure you didn't. Sure
No, it does sound like you though. I feel like it's a song you would like.
I love everything about that. Like, the chorus is on point, and it's like so sweet, but the beat is on point, and I'm just like, I'm really out here making the best songs out of the albums.
Wow.
And that's it.
Wow.
That's straight up facts.
Wow, that statement.
No printer.
No printer indeed.
It's a great song. I agree. It is a really good song. I think it suits Yu-Gi-Oh's style. I think it has him written all over it, so I wasn't surprised when I read that he produced it. I was like, okay, this makes sense. I was like, wow, look at our little talented ass magnate coming up and shit, grown and shit. Oh my god.
Moving on after the best song, let's move on to the second best song, which is I Am Me.
Let's talk about the first best song on the album, I Am Me.
I feel like that song, like, I don't know if this makes sense, but I feel like the music washes over me, you know, like that chorus, when that chorus hits, I feel like,
I feel that, yes.
Like, my friend that goes to raves all the time was talking about how, like, she gets, like, the experience when she's doing, illegal activities there. And it was like, I feel that during this song, and I was like, girl, what? And I listened to it and I was like, I get it now.
Yes, I agree. Like with that chorus, especially, and like if a visual representation is like if you watch J Bum when he performs this and he does that little wave thing and pops, I was like, whoa,
Ugh.
that's exactly how it feels like mentally, emotionally, my whole vibe. The universe is just like, here you go. This is some goodness all up on you. So I completely understand. But what you guys said earlier about how I Am Me should have been the title track, like low-key I agree. And I agree, like, and the same thing with last year when they did Teenager or whatever. I was just like, man, y'all should have just put Teenager as as
yes
thing. But I get why they did Lullaby, but still.
My thing is, with this song particularly, because I listened to the album in order, obviously, when you first ever listened to it, I listened to it in order, and I liked the songs. I was like, okay, these are good, like, I really like this. When I got to this, and there's this little sound effect at the beginning of the song, it's like a tick, that tick, tick, tick. Like, yes. I got, like, chills everywhere. I was like, fuck. I was like, this is the one. Like, this is
I think it's because the song is more personal. And that's probably why, like, as fans, we picked it as, like, what we think should have been the title track. But, like, if they're trying to just reach a broad audience, like, yeah, they're doing it for the fans, but they're also exposing their music to new people. They wanted something that's kind of more catchy.
Universal.
Yeah.
Businessmen.
Yeah. Going off with what Terica said about it being more personal, like, I really like the little lyric that they have that is just like, I am me, and then they are just like a fool, like an idiot or something. I'm just like, you right, but you my idiot.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
You my dummy, though.
Oh.
Yeah. So, but I really like that they were just like, this is who we are. This is like what we're going to do no matter what basically everybody says. And I'm just like, yes. And we were talking about this before, but I think that GOT7 always like focus so much on, they obviously we want them to be a national boy group, but Korea sleeps on them all the time. So I feel like they were really like, they were upset about this at one point, and they wanted to do this, and just the amount of love they got internationally, like they were still upset that they couldn't be number one in Korea. But I feel with this album, they're just like, you know what, whatever. The amount of love we get internationally from all our fans and all this stuff, like, and the fans even in Korea, like, that's enough. Like, we're just like, whatever, this is us, and we're just gonna continue doing us.
Yeah, I think they accepted it, and I don't know if it's just me being, like, corny because I love them, but it's like, I, like, appreciate that they did a song in English, in Spanish, and in Chinese, because it's like, you don't have to do that, but because you want to, it's like, dang, son, like, y'all love me too.
I really love the chorus kind of has a chant element to it too, so like in concert and stuff I think it's gonna be really
it's gonna be a religious experience.
It was kind of like how Firework was for this tour for me, like hearing like the crowd sing along to Firework and like them lift on this. I was just like, wow, this is fucking wow, I'm in like a fucking trance.
It was really pretty.
That, and I mean, even for me, this is my favorite, like choreo wise and like performance wise. Oh my god, it's so good. And the fact again that it's so personal, I'm just like, just hit me with all the feels. I'm here for them all, even though I'm gonna be a mess.
Just Tonight and Before the Full Moon Rises have been my favorite GOT7 songs for years, but like now it's changed. Wow, it has changed.
Ooh,
wow,
and that says a lot because Before the Full Moon Rises is like,
it's the song.
You know, I didn't actually used to like that song until they performed it at Fly, and now every time I hear it, I'm like, ooh. Even though that content, the song is really not like that.
No, not at all. No. They make it seem all sweet. Honestly, that was this comeback though. When they started like showing the teasers and things, we were just like, ooh, they're coming out. Pastel 7 is gonna be real soft, and then no, it's not.
Is it psych?
Kings of deceiving their fans. Thank you.
Liars.
Right? That's what liars.
Can't trust nobody.
I really like that they did solos this album. Because it's like showing more of their individual colors. And the thing we got, like, I feel with GOT7, like, they're so different music wise, what they like to make and all this stuff, but they work so well together. It's incredible.
It's time to talk about My man's song.
Yeah, Kat, you wanna how you feel about your man?
And I feel great because that is not that's not J Bum, okay? That is Def Soul coming out in a GOT7 album. And I've never been more happy in my life.
You right.
Def Soul.
Def Soul. Okay, listen. I love the shit he puts on SoundCloud. It's my style. Maybe that's why I've always been so drawn to JB, is because y'all know I love R&B music. I love that shit. I love that like soulful, like sexy shit that he does as Def Soul, not as JB. But now that he's doing it as JB on the GOT7 album, it got me shook. When I heard that shit, I was like, wow, this really, yep, wow. Then I just flashes in my head of like JB ever making like a solo album. I'm just like, damn, my life will be over. Like I'd be
that's attacking even me, because the music that J Bum does on his SoundCloud, like that's my style too. And you know that meme of in Bob's Burger, the dancing kid. The kid that has the headphones and it's just that.
Yes.
Jimmy Jr.
Yeah, he's dancing in the cafeteria. Yes.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
That was me listening to this song.
Oh my god.
My thing is, I'm genuinely super proud of JB because I feel like if I listen to the music that he made for GOT7, like in the beginning, and the music that he's making now, it's so like it's him. Whereas, like, the music he made at the beginning, I felt like he tried to make it for JYP's liking.
Yeah.
And so now I feel like he's just so unapologetically himself that it helps him create better music. And I'm really excited about it because as far as, like, this album goes, and even, like, the last ones, or even the JJP album where his style and Jin Young's style kind of came together, you can tell he's progressively just not giving a fuck about anyone's perception of him or his group, and he's just like, this is the music we like, this is the music I'm gonna make. If you got a problem with it, I think the transition like fully like developed when he went on Hyena on the keyboard, because Rainy, I was like, damn, I was like, this is a JB song, like he killed that shit. And then he came out with Sunrise, and I'm just like, wow, he really out here just progressing as a producer and an artist, and I'm just like so happy for him. He out here clubbing, hanging out with like K-hip-hop people and shit.
Which is like, all Cats like territory.
Yep. Okay, I felt the same way, like, but I didn't go to like, oh my god, this is Def Soul. I was like, wow, this is Jabari, because that's what I call JB when he's acting like a African American man. That's his black name, Jabari. You know?
Oh my god.
I call him that on my Twitter all the time when he's acting exceptionally African American.
I feel that.
But yeah, I like when he hit that falsetto. My friend mentioned that he probably couldn't do it for performances because it would probably make his head hurt a lot. But I heard him, like, there was like a clip from like a fan time where he was singing it, not in the falsetto, and it was like the sensation where you take like warm butter and spread it on a piece of bread. That's what I felt listening.
Wait.
What a perfect metaphor. What a perfect metaphor.
Oh my god.
I feel that to my soul. It's like when you take a bite out of a really like juicy piece of fried chicken. Like that. That's what I feel like when I listen to JB.
Wow.
Like that's what it feels like. Is that satisfaction, just like
Have
that.
we eaten today? Is everyone a little
With the
hungry?
little crunch and everything.
With the crunch and then the juices just spilling out and shit.
Wow.
They only saying wow because we haven't talked about Bam Bam's song yet, and they gonna be wowing.
Oh,
Bam Bam's song is actually not my favorite. Thank you.
Oh, I mean, Sunrise isn't my favorite song either, but doesn't mean I don't appreciate my man. Yeah, Terica, I know you in your feels lately, but you just throw Bam Bam to the side like that. You ain't even gonna acknowledge his Papi Chulo-ness this comeback. We ain't even gonna talk about it with his silver ass hair.
His Papi Chulo is always every comeback. Every minute of the day, he is a Papi Chulo.
I'm just saying, I haven't heard you guys talk about it on here right now, so
We haven't got to his song yet.
You guys have been talking.
We're on Sunrise now. How rude would it be if you like, ooh, JB's song reminds me of chicken? I'd be okay. So Bam Bam's song though. Put all that aside. I'm being respectful.
Maybe I've got chicken legs.
Yeah, I mean, Carolina's been talking about Yu-Gi-Oh for the past 35
Carolina
minutes.
talks about Yu-Gi-Oh all the time. I could just be talking about puppies, and she's like, you know who else likes puppies? Yu-Gi-Oh. I love Yu-Gi-Oh. I'd be like, okay, cool.
Like, what a great day. You know what else is a great day? Yu-Gi-Oh smile.
Yu-Gi-Oh day.
Every day.
Every day of my life. There it is.
But yes, everyone listen to Sunrise.
Okay, moving on. J-Bob, great job. Deaf Soul coming out, and we really out here for it. Marks On My Way, which I'm really surprised about, but not really, that he did like a slow rap. Okay, yes, Mark. He's slow and he raps.
Yeah, so I was like, why are you surprised about this?
Because like
I was like, it's literally Mark.
because I didn't know, like, when they were just like, oh, we're gonna do solos, it was just like, well, what would Mark make? And then when I heard the preview thingy, what I was just like, okay, yes.
This is for my dream.
Honestly, you know, and it makes sense how the song sounded, and that's the one that he picked out of the one Jackson presented to him after seeing his, like, the Spotify music thing. His, like, choices of songs. I was like, wow, Mark, all right.
I haven't checked that out. Like, oh my god, I need to.
Go look at all of their Spotify playlists, and if you look at Yu-Gi-Oh's Jackson Mark, it only like 3 songs don't have the explicit thing on it. and then I was looking at it, I'm just like, y'all think y'all thugs, aren't y'all? Like
We know
and
Jackson
then
thinks
Of course he does. He went, this is for my dream. I was like,
For my love.
Oh my god.
Cause he from LA.
He just wanted a song where he could just like look into the camera and like lick his lips and like push his hair back. That's all he needed. Like he's like, I just need me a real light skin song, and bam.
His true form.
But I love it because it's like, you know, before this, like, even from the beginning, like, even how he got discovered, it was just like he was standing on top of a table, and they were like, hey, you want to be a K-pop star? And he's like, what's K-pop?
Like, yeah,
You know,
Sure.
a lot of people
now
have,
look at him.
yeah, right?
For my dream.
It's his dream, okay?
Okay.
My favorite thing is I think it was Bam Bam who said that Mark would be delivering pizzas if he wasn't in GOT7.
It was Bam Bam. Yeah,
Accurate.
It's just funny because, yeah, everybody's always just like, man, like, Mark always looks disinterested, like, he don't care about nothing. He don't care about being GOT7, but he's the first one that starts crying about everything.
This is for my dream.
Honestly, like, the song is good, and I'm happy that it was, like,
I love Mark.
That I know that Jackson, like, made it for him, and that then he asked Jackson to be on it. Because, you know, you look at it and it's like, okay, everybody had their solo. Why did Jackson have to be in Mark? But then I'm like, them mofos like bros for life, you know? They're just like, bro, you my bro. Like, bro, I love you.
The epitome of fuckboys. Like, the two of them had to band together to survive.
Really, though, I know when they first probably got to Korea, they was probably like BFFs right away, you know, because Mark had already messed it up with everybody, throwing laptops at people and stuff.
Oh my god, that still sends me. I can't.
They saw the snapbacks and they were like, this is the one. Like, you know, in the new filters on Instagram where it's like, do 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 do.
What?
That was their visions of each other.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
Moving
enough about
on.
Mark and Jackson.
Let's move on to
Jackson.
Jackson's
Oh
song.
my god, Jackson's song. I feel like
Wait, who said this is their favorite song?
Made it?
Ooh, Cynthia.
oh wow.
Yes,
Wow, Cynthia.
I really like the song. Like, I fuck with it. I'm like,
I
yes,
fucks
bitch.
with that. Okay, go ahead, Cynthia. Talk about your song, girl.
I'm on the spot.
Oh, I'm
Oh
sorry.
my god. This song, it just makes me want to go to a house party in, like, Santa Barbara. I don't know why.
How specific?
I don't know what about the song that just makes me want to go there, but I just do, and I just want to, like, get lit with my friends.
Have you been to a house party in Santa Barbara?
No.
It reminds me of like a frat party.
Yeah.
It reminds me of a Sick K song. That's what it reminds me of.
God.
I was like, he could have put Sick K on this track.
But Kiana, what you think about this song? Because
This
you know
is
you are Jackson
honestly
stan, a full on Jackson stan.
a full on Jackson stand. That's my boo thing. Ugh. I feel like this is like my favorite out of like all of his songs that he's done. I want to say that.
What you
Amen.
mean? Have you not heard Papillon?
Okay, I heard that.
Papillon.
Okay. I. But I mean, I like Papillon will always be that girl. That's the first one. That is.
Girl, I'm playing with you. That song is literally the bottom of the bed.
It wasn't my favorite though, even before this though, because I like Fendi Man more than any of the other ones. Like I love all his branded songs because you know he got money now. He always had money, but that's besides the point. But I really do like this song. I will say, for me with Jackson, and I don't know if it's because like I grew up like listening to more like hip hop stuff, and like if it's in English, it's kind of like the lyrics don't always like connect. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like not like emotionally, but like they almost don't make sense sometimes. Like when I think it was in Fendi Man where he was like, "Don't call me savage, 'cause I made it happen when you don't." I was kind of like, but ain't being called like savage like a good thing, kind of. You're right. You know, that's the way I feel. Like and like when I ignore like the lyrics, I'm just like, hey, then it's perfectly fine. But I do like this one. Like I think out of all of his songs, I do like this one. Boy Toy finally put his foot in something.
Finally.
Yo.
I take that back because Boy Toy did do Wolo, and did Boy Toy do Wolo? I think he did, and Phoenix. So Phoenix is always gonna stand.
I love Phoenix.
Above Out of the Ashes. That's the song. But out of the actual published ones, I feel like Boy Toy put his foot in this one.
I feel like Made It is the best Jackson solo, and I don't know if it's like, I don't know if during the process he like toned it down for like GOT7 album or something, or he just continued it normal. But this is like my favorite of his solo. Now the funny thing is that I didn't realize that it was all in English until like I read the lyrics. I'm like, oh, this mofo ain't talking Korean. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, it took me a minute too. I was like, wait, what? I actually understood everything what was happening. Like, what?
There's a line that he's like, throw all the phones, and I'm just like, oh man, we wilding out tonight. We're gonna do it. Nobody posts on social media. We did for the night. I was just like, dang.
You know, they always saying if Jackson lost his phone, it would be bad for all of them. So I'm like, what does Jackson have on his phone that's so terrible for all of them?
He got the good stuff. Listen, we're
he got
waiting.
The nudes.
Yeah. Yep,
he got the nudes. I bet.
So he's chilling there with like pictures of everybody on it. Is that what you're saying? Like,
yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Listen, if I had the opportunity, I mean, I never would have but if I had the opportunity and bare ass naked JB was in my bathroom, click, bitch, click.
Okay, but they do be seeing each other naked all the time. So I still remember Bam Bam and Yu-Gi talking about doing Russian roulette naked.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yes.
And that music video, no thank you.
No thank you.
Okay, so when he was talking, I guess at a fan sign, he was just like, oh, it was supposed to be like his front for the cover or something. And it was like up until the pelvic bone or something. He was just like, yeah, they made me change it because it was too provocative. I'm just like, these mofo really out for blood. Yeah. They really wanted to kill us.
Jackson trying to be a thought out here, but they not let him.
Just let them come to the U.S. So you know that they always out here. GOT7.
Yes.
I
remember seeing that tweet. Like, it was like something like a Korean fan had said. It was like, I think it was, they were talking about Jin Young, they were like, why don't you show your arms here? We like arms too. And like...
Now they want to jump on the damn. No wonder they probably fly over here just to see that.
Right?
Like, well, now that you mentioned Jin Young, let's move on to his song, My Youth, with his emo self.
This is my favorite song on the album.
That one just sounds like, for me, I really like it. It sounds like a not a continuation maybe, but like a step, like the next step from like a JJ Project song.
Yes.
Like going off of verse 2. That's what I felt like. I was like, maybe this was like a verse 2 reject that ended up on here. but a reject, but that's not a reject. You know what I mean? It's like the reject that's actually gonna be the prom queen. You know what I mean? Like the other day.
Yeah, I feel you. But Terica, talk about it since you expressed all your love about it.
No, basically what she was saying, like I just feel like it's a continuation, or like it flows well with like JJP, and like that's like one of my favorite albums. Like I just like the vibe of his music. Like it's kind of like that in between where it's not like ballady where it's like putting you to sleep or making you like curl in a ball and cry, but then it's not like a hype song. It's kind of like wow, like I'm here.
It's just like just right.
Yeah, like sorry. Yeah, like I don't know. I listen to it and I just kind of chill out and I can kind of zone out and like do homework to it, but then I can also connect to it and be like, wow, I don't know what I'm doing with my life either. Even though I feel like he's one step ahead than I am. Like I feel like I don't know why he's so concerned about life, but
that's what I said when I read the lyrics. I'm just like, why are you so stressed?
Honestly, with JJP's whole album, I was like, if y'all are stressed about life, that means I really need to be stressed
right.
about
I need to
life.
be real concerned at this point. Like,
I feel like Jin Young, though, this like the type of person he is, I can understand why he writes these lyrics because he's such like a perfectionist and he's always looking for like the next thing that he wants to do.
He's like a warrior, I feel too.
Yeah, I get like this being Jin Young's song and him writing a song like this. But this also really reminded me of Day 6 for some reason. I don't know why it reminded me of a Day 6 song, but it had like this aura, like this vibe to it, which I really love because I know him and Day 6 are super close, him and Wonpil specifically. So I was like, this is like, yes. I was like, I'm feeling this vibe. Yeah. Like, this is like I
feel
Jin
like
Young.
too, then, yeah, I feel like Jin Young, what he likes to listen to and like kind of sing is more rock. It's more towards rock. And I heard that in this song as well. Like, it's still slow, but you can hear it, like the guitars and things like that. And it suits his voice really, really well.
Yeah, I love his music. Like, I just vibe with it really well. It reminds me of that album that I love, and I don't know the name of it, Carolina.
Off on Off.
Yeah, I love stuff like that. Kind of like a mellow, like, chill type of, like... But then, like, the vibe of the music on top of the lyrics, like, I don't know. I just really connect with Jin Young and his music and, like, I guess his personality type. I feel like if I knew him, we would actually be friends. And we'd just be worrying and sad and emo together all the time.
You're right.
Like, I don't know. He's crying over, like, not being successful while I'm crying over writing my paper for school. Like, I'm just like, we're failures at life.
I feel like as far as, like, GOT7 wise, I think we all, like, we know JB style, and we know Yugyeom style, and we know Youngjae style. But I feel like when it came to Jin Young, of course we knew, like, from JJP, like, what he liked. But we never really experienced, like, a Jin Young song. Because, you know, all the other members have released, like, SoundCloud stuff and, like, things like that.
And, you know, too, I remember from a JJP interview when they were promoting that he even said that this song he made for the solo in JJP, it wasn't what he liked specifically to either make or sing or whatever, but he knew that it suited his voice, so he did it. Yeah. And so I think with this one he had more like freedom and just kind of went, you know, whatever, I'm gonna do what I like. And I think this is more closer to that.
Yeah.
And I was kind of surprised because if you look back at the history of GOT7 and the songs that Jin Young has written for, it's kind of a different turn with this song.
Yeah, thinking about, like, all his songs that he has written for GOT7, like, now that I think about it, I feel like most of the songs that he's written have been my favorite songs.
That's for a lot of GOT7 fans, that's the case.
Same. Mm-hmm. My thing when it comes to Jin Young's songs is, I'm not particularly sure how to say it. I'm going to sound so pretentious, but as somebody that writes, the way he articulates feelings and emotions, but in word form, is really kind of compelling and, like, beautiful. Like, it draws you in. So I think that's why I like his songs the most when it comes to GOT7 albums, because it's not just, like, musically it's compelling that, like, when I read the lyrics, I'm so, like, drawn in. It's like he's telling a story, but in a very, like, meticulous way, and I just appreciate it a lot. And that's why I think Jin Young's songs, for me, tend to be my favorite songs on albums.
Wow, I was really getting ready to say that. I was like, when I listen to his songs, I feel like I'm reading a novel.
Let's move on to our next emo king, Youngjae.
Oh my
with
God.
Nobody Knows.
When he said that was based on, like, how he really feels, I was like, what, baby? Like, what's wrong?
Right?
Like, come and talk to Mama Kiana. I will make you feel better.
But it's true. Like, I was so surprised because, and, you know, again, that just goes into showing, like, we don't really know what goes on their private life and, like, their personal life, because as he even said it, as Youngjae of GOT7, he's sunshine. Right. Like, he's baby sunshine. So when he said that this is, like, his own personal life, I'm just like what? Like, I was completely shocked.
Yeah, I feel like this is, like, because I feel like Youngjae is kind of like, he feels like forced to be like, to maybe not
always
talk
happy.
about. Yeah, because like the others will be more open with stuff they talk about. Like I can name off weird stuff that like JB and Jackson have said that's like really oddly personal. But like with Young Jay, there's not as many like things that he's like talked about. But I appreciate him like coming out with this. Like I feel like them as like a whole have gotten like a lot more like open with stuff and like trying stuff, like Jin Young with his thought outfit. But I really like, it was sad, but at the same time I was like, thank you for sharing this with us.
That's how that's how I felt too. Like it made me feel like he's more comfortable around with like the fans and all that, to the point that he could write about this and publish it, like post it and like release it in an album. So I really appreciated that he gave us like a glimpse into more of like his mind. Like, and him,
For me, Youngjae is so pivotal in GOT7. Like, he is one member that I feel like is just entirely the glue to how they work musically. I think he's the perfect balance between JB's kind of R&B vocals, the sweet tone that Yugyeom has, and then the more like structured and balanced vocals of Jin Young. I think he is that perfect vocalist that just meshes well with like each of them. So Youngjae for me is so important to GOT7's music. Not saying that the rest of them aren't important, but he's just so pivotal in like what they create musically and vocally. Like, and this, y'all, I've said this before to like Carolina and Terika, Youngjae is my favorite vocalist in GOT7. He just has this way of articulating and like, oh, I just loved Youngjae's voice. Like his voice, I could listen to it all day. And this song was just a perfect example of that. And there's a part I like particularly at the end of the chorus where his voice kind of fades and drops before the next verse picks up. And that should just, like, that just gave me chills. I was like, wow, Youngjae really out here just like,
wasn't he only a trainee for like 6 months too, or something like that? Yeah.
He was a trainee for like 7 months before he joined GOT7, I think.
Yeah.
And he was like the last one to join GOT7. Like he was the final piece too. So it's like,
it makes sense. Yeah, it's crazy.
But okay, Cynthia and Terika, we're gonna talk about showmans now.
Hey!
Yes! Finally, they saved the best for last.
Yeah, we did, because Yu-Gi-Oh's the last one. So hey, but Bam Bam out here with Party, and I did not expect anything less from it because it sounds like Vogue by Madonna.
It's actually a lot different than what I thought. When they were like, they're doing solos and they were like, Bam Bam has a song called Party, I was like, yes, twerk king. And like, that's not what it is. It's not what it is. But I really like it. Like, it's such a, it's him. It's such a fun song, but at the same time, like you said, it's Vogue by Madonna, but I expect nothing less. Like fashion, like hype.
Yes, that's exactly. I was just like, when I first heard it, I was just like, this reminds me of a song, and I couldn't put my finger on it. It wasn't until like 3 days later, and I was just like, oh, it's Vogue. And then I looked at the little MV, and I'm just like, bro, Bam Bam out here. Like,
the only issue I had was like the guy, like the one guy that was like on beat and didn't know the song. And I was like, who allowed this? Like, why did he step on the set? I would have been like, no, sir. You obviously did not read over the lyrics when we gave to you last night. You did not do your homework. Therefore, you were replaced. Like, that was my only issue. I was like, who did this to him? Why?
I have just 2 words for you. Bam Bam's grill. Because I have been wanting, ever since 10 and Taeyong did that song, and they had that whole expensive ghetto, bougie ghetto theme going on with the grills. I have wanted Bam Bam and JB to encompass that bougie ghetto feel with the same kind, and then Bam Bam posted that he had grills.
Do not put that juju out there for Universe. Take it back.
No,
reel it back in.
There's this picture of JB.
First he talking about dreads. Now you gonna let him talk about no. Reel it back.
There's a picture of JB where he's holding like his necklace in his mouth, and he has like the slits in his eyebrow, and it looks like he has like a grill in his mouth. And it is my favorite photo from the tour. Because we need that in my life.
Negative energy back in.
No, this is positive. This is good juju.
I absolutely love this song though. I love how Bam Bam it is. And you're right, Kiana. I appreciate the grills a lot. Because surprisingly enough, when he posted those, I was just like, oh, hell no. Hell no, he's not about to do this. But then he came out and I saw them. I'm like, oh, all right. You look good.
That's how I felt too.
You look, Bam Bam can pull it off. He got the style and the vibe.
I hate girls, but when I saw that, I was like, I support this. But that's why I thought the song was going in a whole different direction.
You thought that they were going to be dropping booties
I
everywhere.
did. I was just like, yes.
Oh, I
yes,
wish.
Yes.
This also, too, like, it kind of gave me the vibe, you know, like, obviously Bam Bam's been, like, the butt of hate for forever for breathing. So this kind of was like, you know, like, whatever, haters, I'm over it. And I'm really happy about that because, you know, he used to worry about that a lot.
Yeah.
So now he's just like, you know what, F you, whatever, I'm out of here. Like, I don't care about this no more. And I'm just like, you right. Like, that's character development right there.
You're right.
Yeah, as far as, like, idols go, I think Bam Bam is one of the idols that you have literally seen his character like change drastically in like from his debut until now. He's just become a better person.
Can't wait for his fashion line.
Oh, same.
I can't. I ain't gonna be able to afford it.
Hey, Bam Bam knows we broke out here.
I know. Watch, he's gonna make that shit affordable.
It's gonna be at Forever 21.
Well, then damn, sign me up.
Bam Bam line.
But okay, guys, we're moving on to
okay, here we go.
My man,
Carolina talking for 20 minutes.
That's gonna be another hour of Carolina talking about Yu-Gi-Oh. All right, y'all. Go ahead.
God,
what you gotta say?
Yu-Gi-Oh came out with Fine. Listen, okay. Literally, I was not expecting anything different. I knew the song was gonna be just like his SoundCloud, and it is. But I want to know who this boy is dating. Me. Who is he? How dare you? But listen. I just want to know who he out here with because he cannot be writing these types of lyrics with no experience. I swear to God, what the heck
who
is
said
he doing?
He didn't have no experience though?
Exactly my point. Okay, so that's why I want to know who the girl is. Where's she at? And how do I become her?
She already signed her
He said,
contract.
"Tell her she is fine." Oh no.
All I'm saying is this song exudes BDE. Okay.
Like, okay, but there's one thing that I really, really, really do love. I really love Yu-Gi-Oh's voice and how sweet it is. But like, them lyrics, boy. Like, all right. But anyways, I like that there's a part like right before the chorus that is like really low. But he says, I think it's like, I know you love it, and I know that I want you, or something like you know that I want you, or something like that. But the way that it's just like in a whisper and right before the ooh, baby, mom, dear Lord, wow. Like, I don't understand. Like, sometimes I look at Yu-Gi-Oh, I'm just like, how can you be so sexy? But then you turn around, you're wearing some bunny ears looking cute as crap. Like, it's exhausting.
There's a specific part in I'm pretty sure it's the bridge where he's doing that. Yeah, it reminds me of Dean. Like, it reminds me of a Dean song. You know how Dean has like that singing rap he does.
Yeah.
And he's like yeah, and I was like, oh, okay, Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yes.
It's like, I guess you can come through.
Like, he came through. He delivered. This song gave me all the feels, and I love this song. Like, and again, it's like. The music he makes and the music he likes, it's really my style. And I mean, even I was listening, again, going back to when we were talking about their Spotify playlist, like, I was listening to Yu-Gi-Oh! So I'm just like, boy, if I find you down the street in Korea, like, that's
Game
it.
over. It's
Game over.
He really put his big old clown foot in this whole song. Like, he stomped across it. He did a jig on it.
His clout, I cannot.
He did a house dance on it. That's what he did across this song. He was jumping and shucking and jiving.
It's just like I know obviously, like, anytime he does a song that is gonna be like a slow sexy jam, but every time I listen to it, like a new song that he puts out, it's like I'm not ready for it. Like, I don't understand. I don't get it. Like, but I absolutely love it. It's definitely my style. I love this man. I love Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything he creates is gold. I just, yes. Wow. I just have a lot of feels about this song because I have a lot of feels about this man.
It's funny because when I read the title, when it was like Fine, I was like, oh, damn, so Yu-Gi-Oh! Wrote a whole song about himself? That's
wow.
You right. Good point.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Been climbing up the bias list, y'all. He climbing.
Oh.
He stay climbing. Well, he's been at solid number 3 for like 3 comebacks now. But still, he trying my life. He said, Young J who? Yaga. That was
Wow.
You know, though, like, now I'm thinking about this. Like, for the next tour, we're going to get solo songs. And, wow, just thinking about the Yugyeom stage. That's it. That's it. R.I.P. R.I.P. to me.
Like 3 minutes of him on the floor, just putting in work. That's it.
You're right.
He's not even gonna sing the song. He's just gonna play like the vocals in the back. He's just gonna go in.
People that are seated on the floor ain't gonna be able to see him. It's only gonna be like the higher sections.
Yep.
Now they're gonna find me on the stage, record like just literally just not even near him, just watching him from the stage.
On top
of him. You're right. Yes. Well, what's everybody's favorite song then of the album?
Mine says I Am Me.
I Am Me too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mine's Made It. Sorry.
My youth.
No one else. That's my favorite.
Here we go.
Listen, okay, I'm sorry. I'm a
I don't know.
enthusiasm.
Carolina, shut up. I get it. Okay, we get it.
I get shut up every time I talk about Yu-Gi-Oh in this podcast.
You don't, bitch.
The hell up.
If you got shut up every time you talked about Yu-Gi-Oh on this podcast, you would never be on this podcast.
You're right.
Well, that was our little GOT7 special for the week of for the week of this week.
Amazing.
Anyways, thank you, Kiana, for coming.
You're
on
welcome.
here
Please go
and
stream
talking
Lullaby.
about GOT7. Yeah.
We had 29,515,221 views, and I want that boyfriend version. Thank you. I'm streaming it right now.
But for anybody that doesn't know Kiana, she's amazing and an amazing AHGASE. And
so
if you just want to give out your Twitter or something so they can go follow you, because she is hilarious.
Okay, I'm gonna say it. Don't judge me. It's Daddy Jair. That's me. Yeah. So yeah, you can follow me there. I do group orders and such. So
but we will add her info in the description so you guys can go follow her. Trust me, you'll be laughing for days. So
so whether you are angry as fuck at Cube like we are, or streaming Lullaby by GOT7, make sure you always
Fangirl.